Hi, everybody. Hi. So here I am. I don't know how many of you are able to find me here. I'm on a new. Let me know if you can hear me. Okay, so I'm on a new platform. It's called StreamYard, and I'm hopefully broadcasting simultaneously to YouTube um, and Facebook. The problem for me is I don't know it all yet. So I think I get the broadcast okay out and it's on Facebook like what you're used to. But the YouTube is on a whole nother page. And but before I go any further, I want to give a huge shout out to Heather Ramirez at Just Create. I'm going to write this down in the comments. Can I do that? Heather Ramirez at Heather Just Create. I think that's it. That's not it. You'll be direct.
Hey, I'm Russ Ruffino. Yeah. And if you're a coach, consultant, expert, author, or speaker, I have just one question for
you. She's amazing. I was Just Create. Heather at Just Create. She's amazing. If you have any questions about how to do stuff on YouTube, she's the YouTube queen, and her husband Tom does podcasting. They have regular stuff free all the time about how to do this, how to do that. So maybe she might come online, and Heather, if you come on, just feel free to write whatever, because she has helped me immensely. She helped me find this StreamYard. So I just really need all of you, anybody who's actually listening to this, to tell me you're hearing it, and tell me going forward what your ideas are about. So I'm still going to just, until I think of another idea or figure out what I'm doing, I'm going to continue to read. I'm reading right now my book, Change from my book. And if you may or may not recall, last Friday I was talking about only one win. Only one win. So, so I asked the question, what direction are you sailing? Because it didn't come up here. See, that's already something I didn't know. I wanted to ask you all, what direction are you sailing? Because I want to tell you that you are in charge of your life. No matter what's happening, no matter what's coming down in front of you, no matter what's going on. And if you're out there sailing, there's only one wind. It is always going whatever direction it decides. So there might be 10 sailboats out there and they're all going in a different direction and there's only one wind. What? And it depends on how you trim your sail, how you make use of the wind. So life is the same way. Life is throwing us lemons, cantaloupes, watermelons. Life's happening live right now in our face, like yesterday. I won't go through the whole thing, but I was really having problems, major issues with a rent-a-car place. So I was basically inside of me having a total meltdown. Hanging on I was ready to just start crying, just collapse, rather than scream at everybody. I just stayed calmer than I am now. Just like they'd ask a question, I'd say, I don't know, or whatever, because I was shut down, because emotionally I was a mess. And I was trying not to cry and trying not to scream. So that went on, and I finally got my car rented. I got home. You don't even want to know the details. And I was paying like this huge amount of money that was I just wanted to cry, because I had been told by the collision place where my car is that I could get a discount from this company, and it didn't happen, blah, blah, blah. Got home, I ate, I stopped to breathe. I went to put gas in the car because the rental car was empty. And I went to the collision place and I walked in calmly. Here's the secret this has to do with how I trimmed my sails in the wind of confusion and chaos. How I trimmed my sails was into calm. I'm looking for the calm waters, and I want to get out of the wind and out of the chaos of myself. So I ate, and I just did prayer and meditation. And I posted something on Facebook because I was led to do that. And I'm not a person who puts on Facebook any bad comments about anybody or anything. I just try to find the good. I'm kind of known as the person who even bad things happen to me good. And that's basically the truth. But I felt driven to posting this experience on my Facebook page. Then I calmly went to the collision place that had my car, and I just calmly, well, I did tell her what's going on. I said, if I lose it, it's not about you, please. And just tell me, Carol, calm down. So I made her laugh and set her straight right off that if I lost it, it had nothing to do with her or the collision place. They're very, very nice. So I told her I was able to stay calm and explained what happened. She got on the phone immediately, and all the issues I had with Enterprise were over. You wouldn't believe it. What the high price I was paying, drastically reduced. This is a phone call. But the bottom line here is how I trimmed my sales. And that's the part I want you to hear. How did I trim my sales? So I'm going to actually finish reading this chapter on that subject. What direction am I sailing? Are you sailing? So only one win. This is the chapter. You can find this book on Amazon.com. Amazon.com. Changeless Change. This is a wonderful book. Just little stories like this on how to live your life. So this is really on that. After observing nature for a good while, I started thinking about how all the beauty and precision of nature came about. Of course, that precipitated much study and conversation about the power behind the creation of this amazing planet and this thing called life. I became quite obsessed with finding just the right planet, just the right correct higher power. And this, what I'm reading now, I actually read Friday, but that's okay. I'm rereading it because it's so prudent. Oh my gosh, I said to one of my teachers, so many ways to do everything. Which way is right? The right way? The right way? So I calmed the storm. One day my teacher walked me over to his big bay window overlooking the ocean. He said to me, see those sailboats out there? They're all going in different directions. Yet there's only one wind, and they're all using the same wind. So then no path is better or worse than any other path, so there's no need to judge or criticize. So which direction are you sailing? I've asked this several times in this conversation, and it's all in how I trim myself. And yesterday's a perfect example. I finally discovered that the direction I sailed was not as important as knowing there is a supreme source, a creator behind all I see, my higher power. So what I did is I came home and ask for divine direction. What am I supposed to do? But mostly you can do this. This is not about religion. I don't care if you're a Buddhist, if you're a Christian, a Catholic, Presbyterian. If you have no religion, if you think it's all BS, it doesn't matter. Here's what matters. If it's chaos, if everybody's like, blah, 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 telling you what, and you want to scream at everybody, stop it. Well, I am encouraging you to not do anything. Come home to find a quiet place. It doesn't have to be home. Home may not be quiet, and you just sit and you ask for direction from whatever. It doesn't have to be God. It doesn't have to be Jesus. It doesn't have to be Buddha. Nothing. Just be calm and just look within and feel the direction. What is my direction? What am I to do next? And I did. And my day, I calmed down, man, so fast. It was amazing. So I think basically, let's see. So how to access that power that I'm just telling you about became my newest dilemma. I was confused for a long time about where to find it and how to use it. My selfish, self-centered self could not figure out how it worked. And that's about, how to ask for direction on what to do next, how to calm myself. And I do not reach for an idol or a false god. I often ask my teacher, why isn't this power showing up for me? Where's my good? Obviously, I needed to learn how to recognize good, but that's another story. Then, ta-da! I realized if it was small enough for me to figure out, it wouldn't be big enough to run the universe or able to help you and me at the same time. So one day, a picture of a water faucet popped into my head, and I gasped at that very moment. The answer is up to me. The source of my good is always present, always available to me. My source has many names: God, Spirit, Buddha, Allah, higher power, and countless more. What the power is called is not as important as what it does. And even more importantly, what you believe it does. But even when I came to understand that the power, not I, would make a tree I planted rise to a sky, Or a flower graced my garden with its blooms. Even then, I could not believe that same energy had any interest in me. So I'm going to read this one more thing and I'm going to go. It's called Turn on the Faucet. See, so you go to your kitchen faucet. The water is always there. Well, unless something's drastically wrong with the water system. But in general, the water's there. But you don't see it till you turn on the faucet. And you can turn on the faucet really, really hard and force, or you can drip it out. And that's the same with my higher power. It's up to me to turn that faucet on and allow my good to flow, or let it drip, or shut it down. It's always, always, always my choice, good or not so good. You see? So your life is up to you. Turn on the faucet, a lot or little, and patient. Yesterday I got quiet. It is in the quiet that the answers came to me what to do. And it was dramatic and it was effective. It was like the manna from the heavens. It was amazing. So please, please, please let me hear your feedback. And I'm going to try to get this all straightened out on the YouTube you're used to seeing. I'm going to go there and post a link to the new Facebook, because I think I'm coming up on I don't know anything. I'm going to let you know the details of this broadcast. But in the end, in a few days, it's going to be amazing. You're going to love it. It's going to be like always available to you. So, but for today, for right now, I'm ending this broadcast. So, hey, y'all, have a good one. Bye.